That was former President Barack Obama taking another swipe at Georgia Republican Senate candidate Herschel Walker during a campaign rally for Raphael Warnock last week. No mention was made by either Obama or Warnock of the near 40-year high inflation Americans are coping with this holiday season, the issues that America cares about, the surge of migrants and drugs coming across the southern border, or the spike in violent crime across the nation. No mention of any of that. Joining me right now is what's at stake in Tuesday's Georgia Senate runoff is Herschel Walker. Herschel, great to see you today. Thanks very much for being here. How are you feeling 2 days away from the race?
I feel pretty good. We're having record turnout, and I think right now people got to get out. They got to vote. December the 6th, people get a chance to voice their opinion. You can't sit on the sideline anymore. If you want to change, go out and vote and voice your opinion, because this race is very, very important.
Herschel, I want to get your take on some breaking news that we just had. We spoke with Kevin McCarthy, the GOP leader, who just reported a moment ago that he was able to get Joe Biden to lift the vaccine mandate for the military. The GOP leader, McCarthy, told me that this will be in the NDAA, which will drop next week. I know you've been talking about this mandate for the military. Your reaction?
Well, I'm so happy that he did that, because I said that if they did a mandate like this, I thought it was treason. When you can leave America unsafe, our military is our strength. And I believe in there's strength through peace. And I think because of Joe Biden and Raphael Warnock, we lost our strength around the world. And I'm so glad that Congressman McCarthy did something like that, because we got to have our strength. But you see how they try to suppress everything that the people on the right is doing. That's the reason I tell people you got to get involved. This is about the people of Georgia, about the people of the United States of America. We got to get the government out, because this is we the people, not we the government.
Well, tell me about what's going on right now in terms of the Georgia voting. This was another mistruth that the Democrats came out that somehow the Republicans were trying to suppress voting. And here we're looking at a record turnout in Georgia. On Monday alone, the numbers were staggering. How would you assess turnout, and what are you seeing from the people in Georgia in terms of what their priorities are?
Well, what's sad is they always trying to mislead people. That's the same as you listening to the former president, Barack Obama, I'm talking about vampires and werewolves. You're 100% correct. But why don't they tell the whole story? The whole story is that story involves people having faith to continue to go out and do your job, having faith to get things done. So they don't tell you the whole story. Where the whole story is people of Georgia has been getting out. They've been voicing their opinion. Right now they're doing it. And I want people to get out. Everyone that hasn't voted, get out on December the 6th and vote. We got to have you to vote, because that's the only way we're going to see a change. This is a movement right now. If you want a change, if you want better gas prices, if you want better grocery prices, if you want this border secured, if you want men out of women's sports, if you want all these things that everyone have died and gave us the right for the freedoms of the United States of America, you got to vote and get involved.
Well, what are you going to do about it? You're right. Inflation remains elevated. We are expecting a recession in 2023. When Joe Biden walked into the White House, inflation, as measured by the Consumer Price Index, was at 1.4%. And today we're talking about an inflation rate at 7.7%. And that's just off of the peak. It went all the way up to 9.1%. What can you do about it as a senator from Georgia?
Well, what I can do about it is, all the committees now be even. By putting me in the Senate, all the committees could be even, meaning that I'm going to put a stop to that. And when they start talking about energy independence, we need to have domestic energy. We need to do it right here and not go to our enemies for it. What I'm going to do about it is I'm going to say, guys, we got to do something about this southern border. Fentanyl is coming into this country, killing a lot of people. Well, I'm going to put a check on let's stop this southern border. Maybe why don't we put judges down at the southern border where we can try people right there and send them right back over if they don't qualify? Why don't we do that? Why don't we put security guards in our schools rather than having 87,000 RS agents? These are things I'm going to fight for that I think can help the American people when they start looking at solutions. Let's come up with a solution rather than all the problems, rather than all the things. We're fighting against people across the aisle from us. We need to worry about people across the ocean from us. Those are people we need to be worrying about. We need to try to come together. And what I do, I believe in America. So everyone in America, I'm going to fight for, because it seems like the people on the left seem to love other countries.
Yeah.
They get upset with America, and America seem to get the shortfall.
Yeah, we're talking about the threat that is Communist China all morning this morning. Herschel, thanks very much. We'll be watching. Georgia State Senate candidate, Herschel Walker joining us this morning. Quick break and then